Do you think that you should be friends with your exes?
Ah, that's tough. I feel like it's hard because I think you should be able to be friends with your exes, because if you both grow and you both become different people and it's a clear indication that you guys aren't meant to be together and you're able to maintain or create a friendship from that, then that's good, because at one point you value them and they were probably the most important person in your life at that moment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But on the second hand is like going into a relationship in the future knowing that your ex is like one of your good friends, you know? That doesn't seem like something that that person would appreciate too much. I'm just thinking of it like how it would be translated on me if I was like seeing somebody and they're like, oh, my best friend's actually someone I dated for 3 years. I'm like, it's a little bit much. But I'm not saying you have to cut that person out of your life, because the people that I've had past relationships with, I value because they've brought so much to me and my life, you know, and helped me be the person who I am. So that's a tough one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I personally I would love to be friends, not talking every day, but like, I don't know, checking in once every few months, like happy to see them on the street.
Or like say something, have a conversation with them that is actually of substance.
Yeah, I would love to do that with my exes. I don't think they want to do that with me. So that's fair.
It's definitely, it takes two to tango.
I would love to be friends with my exes, but I think for the sake of, and I don't know if this sounds cocky, but for the sake of their mental health and just like happiness, it's probably better that I'm not friends with them, because it brings back those things. You know, it's like I'm not over you, or like I don't like you, or whatever. Like,
that's what I was saying. If they're both in the same place, if you're both in the same place, to accept that friendship as a friendship, you know, where like I've had situations where I've seen a girl and it didn't go the way I wanted it to, but I can still be good friends with them, and I'm not going to talk to them every day, but when I see them, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, how have you been? Like, what's going on with you?
Because you still care about their well-being. It's not like, because it's almost, the conversation is almost, look, you're not that person for me, but like I still care about your well-being. I still want you to be happy. It's not with me, and but like that sucks.
I also think that's coming from the view of you being the one to initiate the end of that said relationship,
right?
Because if you were on the receiving end, it'd be a different story.
So I was not dumped. We weren't even dating. We were like almost about to date. And then she actually was like, you know, I'm actually not ready for this. I can't do this with you. And I was like, this isn't pathetic, but I was like, why? Like, I want to, like, blah, blah, this and that. I was like, what the hell was I saying? I actually,
man, you can't change this.
I know. That's the only time that I think to myself, I don't know if I could be friends with this person. Now I think I could.
Wait, in that moment when you had that initial feeling?
Yeah. Initially, I was distraught. I was like, I don't get this. Like, just be ready. Like, I'm right here. I'm ready. I'm ready too. And then
if she could have been like, oh, I'm just okay to just be friends, and then at that moment, you're the one that's like, there's just no chance.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I can't unsee you in the way that I see you.
Yeah, for sure.
However, with time, I think I see her as a friend, and I would love to talk to her more, but she's like went off to get a boyfriend and do whatever. So I don't think.
Even then, you can still talk to her, I'm assuming, unless
like we'll say happy birthday. I actually really enjoy. Well,
I really enjoy birthdays.
Is it weird to say that I enjoy telling my exes happy birthday?
A little bit.
Oh fuck! Okay,
that sounds a little weird. Well, like, it's okay to do it.
Well, you still care about them. It's like a friend, you know.
Yeah, but it's okay to do it. But the way you said it didn't sound like it's. It sounded like
it sounds a little weird the way
I say happy birthday to my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
you know?
No, it's more like
if they got boyfriends. I'm saying happy birthday.
It's more like I don't think it's an egotistical thing. It's the way that I see it is more like I would love to show these people that were important to me at one point in my life, and technically still are, that I still value them and care about them. I appreciate them as a person. Granted, it is a little weird to be like, oh, we used to date like 2 years
7 years ago. Like,
no, not 7. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's not like all my exes. It's like all the ones up to since I've been like 20.
You had a play date once in grade 2, and you still message her every day, every year, happy birthday.
Remember that one time that we were playing in the sandbox together?
Happy birthday again this year. It's 2021.
I may do a sandcastle to honor our love.
Just you in Jamaica with like a sandcastle just for her birthday.
Why am I in Jamaica?
I don't know. It's a nice place.
That's true. It is a nice place.
So I think that's okay, but also at the same time, there's been moments where something has ended for me, and the last thing I want to do is hear from that person again.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because of how much I'm not saying like they hurt me, yes, but at the same time, it's like it feels like your world's been ripped apart with them. So it's like for them to come back in and not like pry, but like just showcase that things are okay when they might not be for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It seems like it could be insensitive.
Yeah. That's kind of why I'm refraining from saying anything more than happy birthday to my exes, because it's
yeah, for sure.
Especially if say someone ended it with me and it was like I felt like shit, And then like a year later or months later, they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Or like, "Hey, happy birthday." It's like, didn't you not want this? Like,
Yeah,
go
like,
away. Like,
for
don't
sure.
talk to me.
Exactly. So like that's I feel like that's a situation if they were to want to talk more, you'd be like kind of like, okay, that's too much for me, you know. But the same time, it's different for each end, you know. If you're on the receiving end, it hurts more.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end.
Back in that play date,
Back in it was grade 2. The year was 1990. No, I'm kidding.
build a sandcastle.
She stomped on my sandcastle.
Fuck. Oh, I swear.
I already swore like 7 times.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I figured we should just be
Swear.
authentic. Yeah, no, I mean, well, I guess that's, I don't know. It's partly like my personality. Like I'm fun and I'm energetic, and like I think that I can be emotionally intelligent. Well, I think I am, not that I can be, but at the same time, there's certain things that I'm just quite stoic on. Like it's just kind of like, hey, this is how
Explain
it is.
stoic to you.
To me, stoic is like, it is what it is. Like
Yeah?
innocent, yeah, kind of like, not that things don't bother you, but it's like, imagine, I don't know why this example's coming up, so don't grill me for this, but like imagine like a tribe, right? And you have like the chieftain, and then like a child gets like run over by a horse and she's gravely injured, and everyone's crying, but they still need that one strong leader to be like, you know what, this is sad, but we need to keep moving because we need to survive, we need to do this and that. That's a
Yeah.
really random
Okay,
example,
no,
but
I get that. I get
yeah.
that. I get that story for sure. But at the same time, if you think about it, that stoic person doesn't always win because
Well, there's nothing to win. There's a whole book on stoicism, and it's like, it's kind of like, this is not, I don't know how accurate this is, but it's kind of like detaching from certain
The
emotions for the purpose of, or maybe just because you are that way, for the purpose of like being able to move forward.
okay,
and
but now
continue.
imagine how the person on the receiving end would feel if it's shown that you don't show any emotion anymore. Like
Well,
you've been
that's-
stoic and you're like, I'm cool to be friends and I'm cool to hang out. I'm cool to like this is great still, but I don't want to be with you. They're probably like it hurts more.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
That's what
is
I'm
like,
saying. You don't win.
because
It's not like it's
yeah. So like, because I'm somewhat stoic and I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. Like, I still care about you. I'm down to be friends if you can keep it that way. But like, usually that doesn't happen, and like, it might not be good for them. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like message them every month to see how they're doing. You know, like, hey, how's your mom? Like, is she still working on
happy birthday.
happy? I made a half sandcastle for your half birthday.
No, I agree, but at this, yeah, it's hard. It's harder to be stoic. Like if you're using that word to describe that, it's hard to be stoic if you're on the receiving end again, because they're gonna end it with you, and then you'd be like, oh, it is what it is. No, it's not that easy anymore because
Yeah.
it's easier to have that feeling when you're on the giving end.
The ender.
Yeah, if you're the ender, but if you're the one on the receiving end, it's harder to have those feelings of just like, oh, okay, that's fine. There's been situations where like it hurt less, I guess, for me, you know, in situations, but there's times where I can't have that mindset, especially right away. It's like, that's not a mindset. Maybe in the future I can be like, okay, yeah, it is what it is. This is all for the better. This is part of what the universe wants from me. But in the initial, it's not like, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, cool. It is what it is. No, I'm going to be like, ah, I fucking hurt.
Yeah, like I feel like this. I'm
It
feeling
hurts.
this right
and
now.
And
Like I'm
to
going
see
through it.
you be so chill about it and to know that I'm hurting so much, it's like, it hurts more. No?
Yeah, but what isn't going to hurt? You know,
A
Just
connection that's cut.
So what's the best scenario? Just like radio silence, and then but then you're left. I don't know what my ex partner is doing anymore. Like, are they thinking about me? Are they not? Like, it's just another
We've
kind
had
of
this
hurt.
conversation before, and I feel like personally that's the better option.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely the better option. But I guess what I'm saying is like everything's going to hurt.
True.
So now what? Just like I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, but that doesn't give them the excuse that you should still be receive checkup
Yeah,
on just
yeah.
because everything hurts. It's like, no, it hurts, but I still don't need that.
Yeah.
Don't need you to check up on me.
Yeah.
But that's like saying, yeah, once a week you hit up your ex partner and you're like, oh, how are you doing? Just too much sometimes, you know.
But what if I want to know how they're doing? Okay.
It's not your place anymore, you know.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not. It's like it's almost like you gave up that, not right, but you gave up that right to check up on me, because like I don't know what other
for
word.
lack of a better word.
Yeah, for right of it. Yeah, but it's like you gave up that position. Like, you don't want to be that person that checks up on me every week now. So like,
So you don't get
don't
the-
do it.
the
I don't
power
want
to.
it anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I wanted it at one point. I don't want it anymore.